Things you wish you had never been filmed saying.
Medieval times, dinner and tournament.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Meghans, one tear, left eye.
At a certain point, no matter how difficult it is, you know the difference between right and wrong.
Now have more of an idea of what to expect in Prince Harry's highly anticipated memoir, which presumably has been written in crayon. In a snippet of an interview ahead of the release of the upcoming book, the Duke of Sussex is heard saying, "I would like to get my father back, I would like to have my brother back." The Prince also went on to say there's an absolutely no willingness to reconcile, although it is not clear what he is actually referring to. To shed more light on this, I am joined by the royal writer and commentator Michael Cole. Michael, are you sick of him as well?
Well, we must talk about it, but let's talk about it, Patrick, about what this is really all about. It's about money. The Sussexes have sold out completely to commerce.
Good for you, Kate. I love it.
Are they now effectively banished?
I think until there's a reconciliation, which seems infinitely unlikely, the answer is yes. And do you know what? I think rightly so. They have played the game of a footsie game, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't do it. And it was done, as it were, by silence. It wasn't done by some explicit banishment.
No.
This is not the treatment. This is not the treatment of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. But you know what? It may eventually have to be.
Yes, we've had the 6-part Netflix. We haven't
the biography.
We've got this book coming out, Spare. But after that, they've said all they can say, surely.
Oh, you underestimate the degree of their capacity to turn a molehill into the Himalayas.
I've never seen anything that makes me think he's particularly predatory. Meghan Markle, on the other hand, just seems to live. Well, I would just look on the face of it. I would just look. I'm not going to say narcissist, psychopath, borderline, but I would say parasite, and I would say highly manipulative. She's entered a foreign territory, literally and figuratively, and gouged something out of that territory, taken it away to another place, and is now feeding on it. The actions itself are exploitative and parasitical. And you look at poor Harold there. He doesn't look like a strong, healthy, happy, masculine, assimilated man. You know, he's a fluttering little nitwit.
So I just told my wife that Prince Harry's done a 60-minute interview all about his new book, Spare, and this is exactly what she did.
Meghan told The Cut magazine that just by existing, she and Harry were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy. She again complained about royal life, in particular the rules around releasing photos. While she's still healing from her experiences, Harry feels like he's lost his dad due to the royal rift. Then there was the claim that someone told her she was a role model, just like Nelson Mandela.
I do see it. I do see it. One led their country out of apartheid, and the other one acted in suits.
I don't know about you, but in most jobs, when you quit, you lose the perks. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, when he quit Manchester United, he was immediately removed from the application, from their website. Even his poster was taken down from the stadium. Harry announced to the royal family and a website that he was quitting, and he said, "Oh, and I'm going to keep this and this and that." You don't abandon a post with a job that they barely did, because they were barely there for 15 minutes. They only did 72 engagements. They bullied. They are accused of bullying heavily people. They mistreated people. They abused people. They have been lying and slandering. And the royal family knew that the lies that Meghan Markle had told, they wouldn't be able to stop them from being exposed.
Breathtaking, her arrogance and her rudeness and her taking everything for granted and not giving anything back attitude. I think it's too shocking. I thought what she looked like was not at all attractive. It was all angry and powerful and don't do anything to me, otherwise you will suffer. sort of look.
I think we've all thought that Meghan is super fake for a while now, but this video really just exposes everything, and you'll never believe just how bad it really is. It starts in the literal first few seconds of the interview. In a matter of seconds, Meghan makes about 10 different facial expressions. I mean, look at this. Just these subtle little movements say so much. She looks at the camera with a pleasant smile on her face, maybe even just a resting smile. You'd almost think that it's a genuine facial expression, but then when she looks at him, everything changes. Her face contorts just enough, her jaw clenches, and her mask falls. But why? It's pretty obvious, at least to me. The key is in the interviewer. He didn't know who she was. He was checking his notes and second-guessing himself. And she was clearly very upset when he didn't know who she was. And for just a brief moment, it almost looks like she forgot she was on camera.
People think I don't like Meghan Markle because she's a cunt, but that's not all. I was watching Oprah. She just keep going. She has this tear coming out of her fucking perfect cheekbone. One tear coming out. That's a big tear. That's eye drop. Eye drop, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I use when I lie to my husband.
I really appreciate all the love and support. You guys have left me the most amazing messages. I read them all. I really do thank you for taking the time to do that. If you want to further support my efforts to try to get to the coronation, do check out it. I believe it's pronounced coffee, but it's ko-fi.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can find my tip jar. And I'm saving to try to go to the coronation. Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it and have a great day. Bye-bye.